Hi, good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing in this Friday? And this is a special Friday. I feel it. I don't know, are you seeing and feeling all this? But I feel this is a very special Friday. If you receive my newsletter, and I hope you do, if you don't, now is time to get the newsletter. And in the newsletter, I was speaking about the 25th of January and why it's so relevant for us to pay attention to our context. And pay attention doesn't mean that we are going to take everything, but it means that we are going to see what really matters for us and what is relevant for us, right? So in my newsletter, I was speaking about the alignment that is coming tomorrow, a very special alignment and unique in the planets. That, yeah, like we can imagine the cosmos and the alignment of and the movement of planets have, they make also the seasons, they make the tides. So a lot of things are impacted by gravity and the movement of our own planet and other planets, right? So it's interesting to realize that um, some things are going to be impacted. We don't know yet what that means. Some people have some ideas, but in truth, we don't know until we get there, right? And why I'm saying this is because I see a lot of times people looking to facts and to things that are happening with a lot of drama. And we are entering the topic of our podcast. Um, and why I found so relevant to speak about drama today is because basically that's what I see, a lot of dramatic stuff and a very dramatic type of experience with this life. And also I realized that when my youngest son um, started like 1 week ago, he started to fake crying, something that he never did before. And I was like, oh no. Oh no, we are entering the age of let's make a drama to see if I get the attention that I want. What in the first moment that even he did that, I found it like, oh, this is a skill. And it's a skill, when it's well done. Drama also means that we call the attention of the other person, right? And we put the other person in alert and can be used by an emergency situation. So, and when we are able to establish a powerful emergency, communication, that tends to work. So it's a skill to know how to create the right portion of drama. But of course, I'm not talking about that. That could be also a topic. How to build an healthy drama that serves the purpose of, for instance, an emergency, of sometimes the urgency of doing something, right? But I want to talk about the this drama that tend I tend to see a lot around me, not only in my clients but also in my friends. If you are seeing this, uh, but also, of course, in general in the world. Okay, and why it's so relevant that we first of all understand what is drama and what this means, but also what are the implications of living in a life that is always driven by this, oh yeah, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh. Let's make this big, let's make this fantastic, let's make this, because drama is not always, let's say, negative, right? Of course, we have the tendency of saying, okay, drama is all every time that is something negative. No, drama is when it's exaggerated, right? When it's highly exaggerated when something becomes, calls like we get a little like, whoa. That's drama. And the idea, I think we are so uh, away from ourselves, from the world, from each other. We are in a kind of a way disconnected that seems like we need to exaggerate to get the attention and to get the the space that we need. And that, of course, if I see someone getting the space, if I see someone getting the attention, and I go like, okay, how this person does that. Babies are good, really good at this. They realize that, okay, when I cry, someone comes. So that's basically how this goes. And when we do, or we see even some, we are not doing it yet, okay, but we see someone saying, we go like, oh, this person really gets the space, this person gets the attention, this person gets basically whatever they want. And how they do it, you know oh, they put the voice louder, they put their body bigger, they exaggerate their emotions. um, I will probably get that in a very early stage as the recipe to get whatever I want, right? And we go for repetition, and we do this in a repetition mode. Okay, so I would like to dive in this topic today because I think so it's so necessary that we know how to do a little bit of drama when it's necessary, but not getting a life that not being in a life that is driven by drama, by is always something happening, um, and is always something big, or something always that requires a lot of emotions and requires a lot of yeah, of us. um, that is not healthy. That is not healthy because will make us always be in a certain state that is also not healthy. So I'm going to dive in on this topic. But before I dive in on this topic, I want to let you know that again, you can reach out for the newsletter, and we have some plans. We are with some plans of making also some special content um, for you guys, and of course also for me to share a little bit more focus content. So if you want to get that, and we will explain a little bit further, please reach out to us and let us know. Just comment on this video saying I want this, and you will get all the information that you need. Okay, are you ready for this? And remember that you can ask questions. So the chat is open and you can ask all your questions. And I'm here trying to reply to them. I don't know if I will reply to all of them, but I will be here to reply to all of them, okay? If I can. Okay, I'm going to dive in. And the first thing that I would like to get us is the idea of, okay, what is drama? Okay, what is drama? And um, drama is, like I said, this exaggerated thing, and this exaggerated thing, because becomes as a surprise, is going to trigger our amygdala, and is going to put us in this fight, flight, and freeze. Okay, so it's always a high level of attention. And it's not only attention, but of course, you know what attention does. Then we go to realize, okay, what what do I need to do upon what is going on, and that is going to create what we tend to call fear. Okay, not necessarily the same way to everyone, but the truth is that is because the amygdala is impacted, is going to, make use of all our strategies to deal with danger. Hmm? So the thing is that we tend to do this in all the places that we are. But first of all, because we are human, and of course, some things they will be for ourselves drama. Like for instance, now I hear you heard also the ambulance, and it's like, and some of us will immediately go for, oh my God, what happened? And someone is in danger, and some of us will be like, what, an ambulance? What was it? What happened there? So we are not going to be triggered all by the same things, okay? And some people will need a level of drama a little bit higher to, get woo woo, what is going on? Some people will be triggered by very simple and daily things because it's also our experience, okay? Is a lot of these triggers is already some of them even in our body, with a sound, with something that we see, something that we feel, okay? So this drama, I want to focus, let me put it this way, I want to focus on the drama that we do, okay? And of course, it's also interesting to dive in on the drama that we are triggered for. So like, for instance, the sound of an ambulance, what happens when we hear that sound? What are our first thoughts? Because that also makes us realize, yeah, sometimes the trauma that we have or the things that we are really paying attention to, okay? So the other thing that I would like to say to you is that this is not only a mental, like, let's say, it's not only our brain that is being triggered by the amygdala, of course not, because like I said, we are receiving also the stimulus from the outside. So that means that dopamine and that creates an emotional addiction. So it's not only our mind that creates a path uh, for that type of behavior of survival, but it's also our emotions. We get, addicted to feeling that type of emotion. And don't get me wrong, but a lot of people say, I feel alive, when I get this kind of things. Um, it's the same thing why people do a roller coaster, because and some people don't go one time, they go many times and they miss it, and they want to be exposed to that type of drama because it's drama. uh, roller coaster is drama, is an exaggeration, right? We know that in a daily and common way will not be experienced that, and still some people choose to do that, and that's okay. But we need to pay attention when we are getting, and even of course more when we are talking about our relationships in all type of relationships, in our work, in our families, in our romantic relationships, when we are using this strategy, the same strategy that we use in the roller coaster, is the same thing that you go for one and it's small, and you go the first time you go like, ooh, the second time you go like, oh, okay, I know this one already, so I wanted a bigger one. And this is what happens also in our relationships. If you get addicted to drama, believe me, you will ask for more. And that is basically what happens is any addiction, right? We become fast, very fast, used to that, and we want something extra, something more. And that is, what could be dangerous. And also the realization that this drama, this is, of course, in relationships and in our lives, not when we are provoking, um, is also the the habit that we create, is the patterns that we are used to. And it creates also a style in our communication, and also a style in the meaning that we give to stuff and to events. So creates a routine. Yeah. And that's also a thing, is that most part of the times when people are inside of a dynamic of drama, they don't even see it. They don't even realize that, hey, you are highly addicted to drama. And how you see this? Sometimes you see this in families for sure. And probably you can already like, oh yeah. But you can even see this in companies, in a simple meeting, how people go like, oh yeah, my God. And it's like, okay, um, maybe it's a little bit exaggerated. So it's making sometimes the problem bigger than really is, just because we sometimes want to give urgency to the resolution. We tend to emphasize the problem a little bit more. And this will work for some people. For other people, they will immediately shut down. And this is something very interesting, because I see this a lot, and people using this urgency, emergency, you know, kill or die situation in companies. And they sometimes say, but why people don't understand that this is urgent? And yeah, because it's urgent every day, and it's urgent, everything. And suddenly the drama doesn't work anymore until you do something extra. You know what I mean? So that also works for how people get addicted and get used to your drama. So if you are always doing drama, believe me, one time will not work. And people like, okay, it's always like this. And you will feel like no one cares. No, it's not about that. It's because you are entering, a routine of behavior. Then people realize that it's not exactly like that, and it's like, oh, this is not one time. This is always like this. You know what I mean? And this is how we can see that the person is communicating in a loop. So the person is not you, because you are not doing drama at all. But the person that is doing drama is doing this all the time. Is a routine in the communication, okay? And sooner or later will not work. And you need to escalate it to get the same impact. And that is the biggest problem, because probably you will escalate it, not you, the other person that does drama. That person will escalate it because they still want their result. Okay. So the reality is that um, drama creates also something that is so unhealthy in relationships. Okay. Drama creates this victim, this, then we have the hero, someone that comes to save all this. And we have, the predator, the one that is there to attack. And in relationships, whatever type of relationship it is, this is highly damaging for a relationship, because basically we have someone always that, oh, it's not my fault, you know and then we have someone that is always like, yeah, but you and then we have always someone that comes like, okay, let's solve this. So, and this creates routines not only for the victim, that is playing the role. So it's not really a victim, it's playing and I make this distinction. It's a difference between being a victim and playing the role of a victim. And then we have someone that gets used to, okay, I'm going to use, my urgency, my emergency, my drama to make that person to react. And then we have someone that is the saver. And we have this type of people around us that are always ready to save everyone, you know. Um, and today, for instance, I had a realization that I even share with one of my best friends before this podcast, and I said incredibly because I was hearing a story, and and maybe some time before today, I will immediately jump for the okay, I need to save this person. I will be doing that. Um, and and today I was just listening. I like, wow, I'm without intention. I was entering the the this triangle, like, okay, I'm here to save you. And today I decided, like, no, I'm not going there. And I'm not going to do that. And I do that uh, now, like maybe one or two persons. I get still the role of, oh, I'm going there to save you. But today, even with this two very special people, I go like, mm, not not today. I want to stop this dynamic. And I didn't say it, but I decided to stop it myself. And sometimes it's like that. You don't need to say it. You just stop. You just stop to play the game, because drama is a game. Is a game. And more you play the game, more drama, more drama we are creating. So, and with children, this is so interesting, right? Because I see that with my son. So he's faking crying. I go to him and say, "Hey, why are you crying?" And I give him a hug. He gives me a hug back, and then half a second, maybe a minute, he looks at me and he says, "Okay." So, and I go like, "Okay, I'm going to do this for a while, but then I will probably one time I will say to him, 'Hey, you can just ask me for a hug. Just say it. You don't need to do all this to just get a hug from me. It's not necessary." And and this is sometimes what we need to do is like we don't need to explain, we don't need to say it, but we need to stop the game and this dynamic of the drama. Makes sense what I'm saying? Until now, is making sense for you? I hope so. And again, is realizing that a lot of this will put us in situations that are not ours. And we don't want to create these routines that are not about clear communication. Most part when we are talking about our life and relationships, because our life is made of relationships, right? So we don't want to bring this drama when we can just be clear, when we can just share in an open way what is needed or necessary. But if we are not aware where and how we create drama, then it's going to be difficult because we are just in. Um, and sometimes I say to people when I'm doing work with people individually, and sometimes they come with a story, and I go like, "Whoa, that is an amazing story." And they go like, "Yeah, it is, right?" So you can immediately see by the reaction they give to me, I can already know why they are doing the drama. If they are in need of recognition for, the overcoming of something, or if they are just needing for support, or even if they are so connection, or if they are just wanting to get that security, like this makes sense, right? Makes sense that I'm feeling like this, right? um, or if they are just creating drama for entertainment, like, okay, my life needs this a little bit of a spiciest thing. you know and this is so relevant because we are creating the drama always with a need. So ideally, we could be expressing the need without the drama. That is what we are looking for. Hmm? We are looking for to, can I express my need without entering the routine of a drama, over exaggerating, overreacting to something. Okay. So, one of the things that is interesting, like always, and we need to start there, is creating that awareness. Like, where are the moments that I create drama, that I, go over what is necessary? Um, and I think the thing is, get in touch what happens with your body, and then you can help someone else. Okay, so you can always do this for yourself, and then to bring this to other people. But sorry, first you can recognize what happens with yourself. Like, okay, something's happening, someone is saying something to me, or I see something. What is happening in my body? Like my heart starts, my heartbeat starts increasing. I get, a little bit like, ooh, defensive, what for me will be a defensive posture. I feel a little bit of a rage thing, or I go like, I want to just run away. So a little bit on this freeze, fight, fly mode, you know what I mean? What happens to me and what situations I'm doing that. Um, I'm thinking about one example for myself. Um, I get very, very reactive. For instance, if someone says that I'm lying, and I go like, what? you know. So I know that I'm ready for the fight, and I'm going to exaggerate. I know that I'm going to create a drama because of that. Or if someone is lying to me, and I know that the person is lying, and I ask for the truth, and the person continues lying, I know that I'm going to dramatize a little bit. Okay. And sometimes I use that as a strategy, but I know that I'm doing that. Okay. Because I feel it. I feel it in my own body. I feel, my system gets really pumped. So I need to pay attention to that. I need to pay attention to what my body is saying. And like, okay, what is the dynamic that I'm going to create here? Okay. So the interesting thing is that what and the question that we can create for ourselves is, okay, when this is happening, and I someone I see, for instance, I hear someone lying to me, and I know that the person is lying, and I go like, okay, what is the meaning? What is the meaning that I'm giving to this interaction? Okay, because for instance, if I give the meaning that, oh, the person is just scared, I will probably not create the same type of drama. But if I continue giving the meaning that, oh, the person is just lying to me, or even more like, oh, the person thinks that I'm dumb. So you know what I mean? So if I change the meaning that I'm giving to this interaction, most probably I will not need the drama to get my need satisfied. Hmm? So when you enter and you feel your body, going for the drama, ask yourself, okay, what is the meaning that I'm giving to this? What is the meaning that I'm creating for myself that is creating this rage or this huge need to fly away, of this freeze thing? What is the meaning that I'm giving? Okay. And then is, after you do this, you can give a different meaning, a reframing, just like I did. You can say, okay, wait. The person, I can see that the person is not telling the full truth. Just this between lying and not telling the full truth. And I can recognize that maybe the person is afraid of my reaction if she tells the truth. So, can I just ask for my need? I go like, okay, you know what? I will appreciate really that you tell me the truth because that is maybe the only way that I can, help you, or that is the only way that I can, be there for you. Um, and that, in my case, for instance, is connection. In my case, uh, the need is connection. I need to feel that the person trusts enough and feels safe enough to tell me the truth. And if that is not there, I I get disturbed. So can I give my need? I can, hey, I'm trusting, I'm trusting, and it's okay. It's okay. And if I give that to the other person, most probably I will not need to enter any drama, any, screaming or fighting, or any, discussion. I can just say, yeah, I will really appreciate your truth because that will make me feel that you trust me enough. And if not, what can I do for you to trust me right now, to tell me the full truth? So, you know, it's a totally different dynamic, right? Can you feel it when I say it like this? Can you feel how this can shift a relationship? Is like a totally different game, right? And the thing is that you are also not only breaking the pattern for yourself, but you are most probably also doing it for the other person, and of course for the relationship. And that is the most important thing, right? So you are breaking whatever routine you had until the moment for yourself, for the other person, and for you know the dynamic between both of you. And this will save you a lot on discussions and a lot of energy. Because just like I said, drama is just like any other addiction. So will always require for more and more and more your energy. Is going always to request a new level of drama. You know what I mean? So it's a waste of time for me at least, is a waste of time. And yesterday was funny because I was talking with a friend of mine, and I said, "Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to do this topic of the podcast. I decided to do this." Da, da, da." And she said to me, "Oh, but you have a guest?" And I said, "No, me, myself, and I." And she asked me, "But okay." And I know. I said, "Oh, but you know what? I don't even know who could be my guest." And then I thought, and I said, "Oh yeah, you know what? The only people that are coming to my mind is my best friends, because they are the most non-drama people that I know." And and then she said to me, "Oh, you only are best friends with people that don't go for drama." And I said, "Oh yeah." Because I find it a huge waste of time, a huge waste of energy when we can just, you know, be clear, when we can just say, okay, this is it. This is what I feel. This is what is happening. This is what I can do, and this is valid for basically anything in our lives, right? Um, I remember one time that I was in a highway, and the car in front of me, just exactly the car in front of me, had a huge accident just in front of me. So I was the first car, there. So I stopped. I went to the side and I stopped because yeah, was really bad, and I went there, and the man could go out of the car. It was pretty injured, but he could go, and so he was sitting outside, protected, but the woman could not go out of the car. So that was, of course, as You understand? A little bit of a thing. And the man was asking me, "Can you take her out? Can I take her out?" And I said, "I cannot. She's stuck." And she was stuck with her legs, but she was also in panic. So I went there, and my focus was like, I need to take this. And then another car stopped, and I said, "Can you please call the ambulance because I'm here?" And he's like, "No worry, no worry, I'm going to call the ambulance." So the guy was calling the ambulance, and I was there with the lady. And my focus was like, I was just with one eye with the guy, still with her eyes open and talking to me, and the woman, and dealing with the woman. And then I don't know how long I was there. I could, take her out of the panic. And then the ambulance arrived, and the paramedics, they asked me like, "Are you in the medical world?" And I said, "No, but I'm specialized in trauma." And like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, we can see that." So, and then when they went out, you know so the ambulance went. I went to my car. I entered my car, and then I felt my body all shaking, 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 shaking. And I was like, "Oh my God, this is the natural drama." Because I was there. Okay, was pretty bad. But you don't need to operate under that. You can sometimes just, give it a little bit of space and do what needs to be done. And because your body, if is really something, is some, like I said in the beginning, some drama is necessary, okay, for you to operate, right? But if that drama is necessary and your body is going to do that drama naturally, so it's not you that are creating a drama from a need, um, you will do it. Is no danger of you not doing that. So it's not like you become, not able to react in situations, and not to be able to be, also fully connected with this emotions. You are, but you are not reacting fully to that adrenaline, and then doesn't become an habit. Okay. So that's the thing, is that the ideal is that we can do a little bit of everything, but we don't create a routine over it. And I'm seeing a lot of people doing this routine drama. Everything is needs to be big. Everything needs to be, passion. Everything needs to be, the ultimate experience. No, no, it's okay. It's okay that some days, some weeks, some months are just flat. And I'm going to use something with you that I learned in my surf experience. Even in a flat sea, you can learn how to surf. And I learned this from my teacher, my surf teacher. And because sometimes people will arrive to a flat sea and will say, "Oh, flat sea, blah, blah, blah," complaining. And it's like, you can learn so many things in a flat sea, because you will prepare yourself for the storm, for the big wave. You prepare yourself in on the flat sea, at the flat sea, to the big wave. You don't need to be always in the big wave. And don't get addicted to be always in the big wave. That is not sustainable, will not make you, be the best on what you are doing. And we need to get maybe used to the idea that when we are good at something, doesn't require that, ta-da, you know. So I wanted to give you this because I also think that we are going to face some moments, maybe that we are going to be feeling drama from the outside in. Don't let the drama take you. Don't get involved in all the drama, Let put yourself a little bit out, see what is there for you, and then see if you until when and until how much drama you want to take in, okay? And in your job, the same way. If someone is always coming, pressuring you with drama, with emergency, with urgency, don't get involved in that. Don't get yourself involved in this urgencies, and don't also get involved on the complaining that you are always getting this request. Get a little bit of distance and say, okay, this drama is not mine. I'm just seeing this drama. I'm not inside of the wave. So I will see it, and I will decide what drama I will take. And I think this is so beneficial for our relationships, for the lives that we are wanting. That I hope that you do this exercise along the weekend and for the next week. And let me know how this goes. Okay. So thank you so much for being with me again. I totally and so much appreciate it. And share this podcast with people that do a lot of drama in your life. Don't tell them nothing. Let just them see. And if you want to receive the newsletter, let us know. We are so pleased to send the newsletter to you. We just need your email, nothing more. And I promise it's only the newsletter. And Yeah, let me know how was it. And if you have any questions in particular, how to make this more practical for yourself, also let me know. I'm here and I'm willing to support you. Take care of yourself. Have a great week.